Well, I went to an SCI banquet, and they had a hunt. This outfitter had a hunt on in South Africa for 3 hunters, and so I bid on it, and I got it very, very cheap. So I called my son-in-law Mike, and I called my brother Ron, and I said, well, hey guys, do you want to go to Africa? I've got this cheap hunt. While we were waiting, the stupid birds, you know, those guinea fowl, they come in and they're so noisy and they crowd around the water, and oh, what a racket. And then some kudu came in, and one of them had a broken horn, and they don't regrow their horns, not like white-tailed deer. Mike did the filming, and Gary, our guide, was in there as well. So there's 3 of us in the blind. They're big enough, I guess, but still it's pretty awkward when you're handling camera gear and drawing a bow and looking through little holes in the blind. All of a sudden, this little Impala came in. It was a pretty nice Impala, but he was really fidgety and nervous because, you know, as soon as he tried to get the water, all these birds were squawking and moving around and causing him a little bit of nervousness, and it was hard to get my bow on him. This little Impala came in finally, and I took my shot. I hit him a little bit far back. If it had been a white-tailed deer, he'd have been okay, but those animals in Africa, they seem to have their vital areas a little further to the front of their bodies, so I hit him a little bit too far back, and he jumped and took off. And I just had a little wee hole to shoot through, so I drew, and my son-in-law Mike, who was filming there, was quite nervous. Just shot just underneath his body. We replayed it and put it on slow-mo, and it just shot a little bit low. So then he took off. Until I smelled it. There's nothing on
There's blood in there.
And then we picked up the trail to follow him, but you know, in my opinion, we followed too quickly. But I listened to the guide, and we got on him too quick, as far as I'm concerned. And anyway, we followed the blood trail, and it was a good blood trail, and eventually it ran out, and it was very, very sandy soil, and he started to zigzag through the shrubs and the sand, and we lost the trail, and we didn't find him.
Okay, so what's going on?
We lost him. Of advice going on, hold it on the line, you know, and you know, all this, you know, in the meantime, the Impala is really, really fidgety, you know, he's ready to go. So there was a hole about this big, and Mike was sitting right behind me with the camera, and I'm leaning back, and I'm to try to shoot through this little hole.
From an angle.
And a real sharp angle, I could just barely get the arrow through. And it was dangerous because if I hit the hole, it would blow up and hit Mike in the head.
Yeah, I put my arm up like this and then so, but you made it through. You got her through.
Oh, you got the second shot?
Yeah, I did, and I thought I hit him, but I must have hit low. He jumped straight up in the air.
We'll watch the video, but it looked like you hit him, but I guess you didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, you get blooded your arrow,
Yeah.
and you'll find them tomorrow.
I hope so if the hyenas don't. Hyenas and jackals. We came back the next morning. We spent a whole day, the three of us, Mike and I and Gary, and we scoured the area looking for them and never did find them, you know. I hate to lose an animal, you know, but it happens once in a while, and it happens if you do something wrong. And so there you go. I shot him a little too far back, and we got on his trail a little too quickly, and therefore we didn't get him, and felt pretty bad about that. Okay, so after we lost that animal, then it was Mike's turn to have a shot at an impala, and we'd been looking at different places. We looked in, you know, places over, you know, feed and over water and all that sort of stuff. And then eventually we found this really good area that had a natural body of water. A really nice herd of impala came in. And among that herd was a really nice buck. Well, it ended up to be the nicest one that the three of us had taken. So, of course, Mike had to wait till he was clear of other animals because he didn't want to hit two with one shot.
Good shot. Right on. Right on. I'm very happy. That's good.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I thought we were going to call it quits.
You hit him good.
Yeah, you know, I put it right in that notch.
Yeah.
It looked really good.
Mike made the shot, and he did a great shot on him. It looked like he should drop right there, but they didn't. They all took off. That impala was just on front of us, you know, but not a clear shot. Mike didn't want to, you know, take a shot through the bush or the shrubs, and he would just fleetingly see him, you know. And finally, we decided we would give up the chase and wait for the next morning because we knew he was mortally wounded.
Watching the video again last night, it's a good size, so I really hope to find it. So weather's good today, so get the sunlight on our side, so we'll take a look and see if we can find it. Well, Gary did an amazing job and he found the animal.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Holy moly, he did.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. And he wasn't far from where we left him, eh? Oh, he's a good one, Mike. Good show.
Oh, wow. I really wanted an impala. I really wanted an impala. That is awesome.
Wow, talk about luck. Well, talk about good tracking.
Good tracking. Very good tracking, Gary.
Terrific, terrific.
Very happy.
Now, if you could only find mine, Gary, we'd be really happy.
Then we need to go back to this.
Well, we need to shoot. I need to shoot him better next time. Oh yeah, see? The jackals had got on him all right, but they only ate the one hind quarter. So the rest of the animal was there. They hadn't touched his head. It was a beautiful rascal. And we never did find mine, so we went out and set up and tried to get another one. And another nice herd came in. They were milling around, and this particular spot was a water trough, and I watched and waited, and finally a pretty good buck came in, and I wasn't going to take any chances.
Fooling around this time.
Oh, well, I'm going to get him in the full mount. And my granddaughter, Haley, she's very anxious to see it come back because I told her it's going to be a full mount with the antelope, or the impala jumping on its stand there. So she's quite excited to see that.
And what does Rhonda think? What does your wife Rhonda think of this idea?
Well, Rhonda doesn't know about it. I often don't tell my beautiful wife exactly what I'm going to do because You know the old saying, it sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So I kind of use that a lot.